Welcome, Super Smarties. Smarty party at my house. Super teacher Mama Dr. Robinson. So let's get this party started, get this learning party started right now. We're working with materials that have been loaded by Paramount Unified School District in Paramount, California. We're working on the kindergarten packet. And today's focus is going to be this page with language arts. And it's on a single page all by itself, printed. So make sure you have that printed in front of you or you get it when we're finished. We're not going to do it directly here. I'm just referencing it so you can follow up with it. Which leads me to a type of instruction that I'm going to be doing with this video and others. And that's direct interactive instruction. Now that's a big fancy teacher name for a way that we're going to teach. And it looks like this. Now when we do it in a classroom, there's really 4 sections to it. And usually with littler kids, we often only come to 3. And what I've done is I've divided the last section down into 2. So instead of having 4, there's 3, and it kind of subdivides at the bottom. So when we start, it's the I do. Now as the instructor, I'm going to do something to model it, so I show it first. That's kind of red. Stop and watch. Look, listen, learn. Okay? 3 L's. Look, listen, learn. Then we go to the we do. And it looks a little bit different when we're in a classroom because there's a lot of participation, and that's not really facilitated by this platform entirely. So that's up to you as a home support provider to help with your student with that. And then the last one is the you do. Green, go ahead. The yellow is pause, let's do this together. And then the green is you go ahead and do this by yourself. Now, with littler people, we often use it where they're being watched and supported through the whole you do part of the lesson. As they get a little more competent and independent, it would be alone and confidently. But most of this work is going to be supported. So it kind of really depends on where your learner is, whether they're going to do it alone or whether you're going to kind of supervise and watch them. And remember, my recommendation is that you put it into a sheet protector. See how it's shiny in the light? That way you can do it more than one time. Also, you can flip it over and work on the back and add content to the back when you're trying to stretch out the learning. All right, so here's our standard for today. Remember, the red is the part that we're going to do together. The green is the part the learner does alone. And the blue is really our goals for 21st century standards. The red. We will match pictures of words that rhyme and use pictures to make new words by changing their first letter while using smart charts, whiteboards, paper, or white mats. So I can, now this is the learner's part, understand the basic features of print, spoken words, and sounds, produce rhyming words, and add or substitute individual sounds in simple words to make new words independently and or with a smart chart for support. I will also be able to use my 21st century skills to critically think and communicate. And if I'm going to break that down for my learners, I will bet when we are through, I will be able to rhyme and change the beginning sound of words to make new words. So let's come to my board. You can see some pictures and you can see a word under one of them and some letters under another. So what I'd like us to do is do a steps to mastery chart. So let's think about the process. This is how I want you to think about the learning as you're approaching it. So this is our schematic. This is going to lead to our schema. The schema is the information you're going to know when we're all finished. The schematic is how you're going to program or encode that information so that later you can retrieve it upon demand. Our goal is automaticity. Fast as a snap, fast as a clap, fast as a blink. That's how fast that I can think. So using our steps to mastery chart, the first thing we're going to do is see the picture and or the word. So here's our eyes and we're looking. And here you see it's a B. B. We're going to say the word out loud. B. Then we're going to break the beginning sound off the word and then say the part that is left. All right? B, E, B, E, E, E. Then we're going to look at the second picture. E. And we're going to say what we see. Here is a tree. Tree. We're going to isolate the beginning sound or sounds and find the symbol or symbols, letters that represent them. We're either going to find that in our own smart brain or we're going to find it on a smart chart. Now, depending on where your level of learning is, you might need to find a picture that starts with that same sound, or you might just need to find the symbol, or you may just have it all up in your own smart brain. Any of those are fine. This is with support, and this is independently. Then we're going to write it in the space that's provided. So this is our steps to mastery chart. We're going to do all of these things together. First, I'm going to model them, and then we're going to do the same thing together. Then I want you to try and do it all alone. That's big work, big learning work. So let me look again. I see the picture. In my brain, with my eyes, I take a snapshot and put it in my mind's eye. And then I say the word, B. B. And I see the word, B. Now I'm going to break off the beginning sound, B, E, B, E. I'm going to isolate that beginning sound. I'm going to make it my silent voice. Silent sound and ending sound. E. Now I'm going to look at the second picture and I'm going to say what it is. Tree. B, tree. Those two words have the same ending sound, so they rhyme. Sometimes rhyming words are not spelled the same. Usually they are, but sometimes they're not, but they have to sound the same, even if they don't look the same. Now, in these words, they look exactly the same, but sometimes they look different. So now I'm going to think in my smart brain, tree, tree. There's two sounds there. Tree. The first sound is a t sound, like in turtle. Okay, turtle, tree. The second sound is the sound, like rabbit. And here it shows a ring. T, T, R. Now I'm going to write the two letters that represent the sounds that I heard when I said the word of tree. Listen, tree, tree. T, and it's going to be lowercase because it's not a proper noun. It is a noun, it's a thing, but it's not a proper noun. Lowercase r. Tree. This is me doing it all by myself and you looking, listening, and learning. Now we're going to try it together. I have some additional pictures that I drew. I did my best. So you should be drawing these too on either a piece of paper, a whiteboard, or a wipe mat. These are my fancy wipe mats. This is my not so fancy wipe mat. But remember, if you use these, erase them immediately, especially with red and green, because oftentimes they stain. Purple and black usually do just fine. All right, I see a picture here. Well, it's actually a symbol. It's not a picture, it's a number. You know what it is? 4. 4. Ooh, remember when I said sometimes ending sounds are not spelled the same? Look at this. O-U-R. Now listen to this word. You say it. Good, now I'm going to try it. Door. 4, door. 4, door. They are not spelled the same, but they do sound the same. So let's say the word of 4. Break off the beginning sound. Or, now let's break off the sound and put it into silence. or. Now let's say the next word. Door. Break off the beginning sound. D, or. D, d, d. I'm going to use my smart chart. D, like dog. D. I see it's a letter of D. So I'm going to get my marker and I'm going to write door. D, or door. Try drawing the pictures the best that you can, sketch them the best that you can, and write the word that you see, and then help me finish the word that represents the second picture that has the same ending sound. What we're doing is we're changing the first sound to make a new word, but they also rhyme. So here we see an R, and we see a picture of a rose. We're going to take away that first letter and suck off the first sound so that we can add a new first sound to make a new word. This is a rose, O's, rose, O's, O's, rose, and this is a what? Nose, O's, like a bird's nest, N. I changed the R to an N, and now I have a nose. Let's try the next one. You put this on when it's cold. It's a coat. Good. Let's break off the beginning sound. K, oat, k, oat. Now we're going to make the beginning sound disappear. Oat. Let's change the oat to a new word by breaking off the C. This is a good. A boat. Boat. Let's break off the beginning sound. B. Oat. Boat. Remember, D is always very glad and he will always face his dad. But B, like bear, is very, very bad and he will not face his dad. I don't want to look at you. Down, up, and around. There's a D, there's a B. Remember, they sleep in the bed. B is the head, and D is at the end. Just like in the alphabet, B comes before D. There's our bed. So B and D live in your hands. Now let's look at the last one. What's this a picture of? I will bat. Bat. It's not like this bat. This is multiple meanings. This is the kind you hit a ball with. Bat. B. At. B. At. Break off that beginning sound. Make it go to silence. At. Now we have to add something to the ending sound to show this picture because this is not a bat. This is not a kitten, a grown-up one, a cat. That's right. So we're going to turn the B into a, let's find it. It's a cat, so we're going to turn it into a C. Lowercase again because it's not a proper noun. So let's read them. For door, rose, nose, coat, boat, bat, cat. Or, door. O's, nose. K, oat, boat. B, at, bat, at, k, at, cat. Wow, that was pretty cool. Okay, I have some in my white mat. Now this one, I want you to look at the 4 pictures. And I put it in a white mat so I can use my pictures more than once. This is the value of having a white mat because I can do other activities with these, not just this one. So I have the plastic over them and I have 4 pictures. Now what's interesting is these are not nouns, these are verbs. These are showing action words. These are nouns, they're all things. These are action words. In these pictures, these kids are doing things. So each picture shows an action word, a verb. Here is a child who's going for a ride on his bike. We would say this is a bike. He likes to go out and bike. This is a girl who's doing what? Jumping a rope. She likes to jump. This is a girl who's on a pair of skates. She likes to skate. And these are some children who like to go into the mountains and go hiking. They like to hike. So listen. Bike, jump, skate, hike. Two of these go together. Two of these have the same ending sound. Listen. B, ike. J, ump. Ump, ike. Are they the same? No. Let's try this one. J, ump. J, ump. Sk, eight. Sk, eight. Or skate. Skate. Eight. Ump? No. Let's try this one. B, ike. Skate. Skate. Bike. Ike. Eight. No, that doesn't sound the same either. Listen to this one. Ike. B, ike. Hike. Bike. Ike. B, ike. Let's put the beginning sound to silence. Let's put it to bed. Put it to rest so it goes to sleep. Ike. Ike. Was that the same? It did sound the same. So what I'm going to do with my marker is I'm going to circle it. This one and this one were exactly the same. And I'm going to cross these out. What I could do to stretch out the learning is I could write the words or have somebody bigger write the words and I could look at them. B, I, K, J, P, S, K, A, T, H, I, K. And which ones look the same? It's a lot different to look at it than to listen to it. One is requiring phonemic awareness. That's the hearing part. The other is requiring phonics. That's the seeing part. Putting them all together into symbols. Bike, jump, skate, hike. It actually sometimes is easier to see it than it is to hear it. So I again would circle bike, circle hike, cross out skate, and cross out jump. So someone bigger than you can stretch out this learning by writing some words, and you have to find the ones that end the same. They can also draw some pictures, and you have to circle all the ones that end the same. Now remember, this is where it gets tricky, why pictures are helpful. Because if I looked at the spelling pattern on these two words, for and door, I would never say they completely ended the same because I see an O-U-R, O-O-R. Now, they both have an R at the end, but this is an O and this is a U. This is the same, but that U would confuse me. So that's why it's important that you sound it out and you learn the spelling patterns, and the picture helps us with that. Remember, take a picture, then when you say it, make a tape. Put the picture and the tape together so that your brain can make a memory of it. That's part of how we build the schematic for putting in the schema. Okay, so this part we did together. Now I want you to go and do something by yourself. Now on your way out, let's do a ticket out the door. And your all by yourself activity is going to be your worksheet from Paramount Unified. This is the you do. So you're either going to do it by yourself or have somebody bigger help you check. So this is the you do. Green, go ahead. Stop, you've seen it. Yellow, you've done it with me. Green, you are ready to go. Stop, slow. Now time to go. And you're going to fill in all the missing letters that go with the word. So you can use a smart chart if you need to, or rely just on your own smart brain. And then someone bigger can add some other pictures and words on this page, either on a white mat, or they can just write it or draw it with a pencil or colored pencil or marker or crayons. Okay, take it out the door. Here we go. Look at my picture. In this picture, there is a hidden picture. Well, there are two hidden pictures, at least two, of something that has the same ending sound. Here's the challenge. Put your hand out. Get ready to take it. I'm ready to give you a challenge. Ready? Here it comes. Take it. Get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? I don't see that you got it. Oh, okay. Say, got it. And then we say, good. All right. Look carefully. Look at all the things that you see and figure out which of those things end with the same sound. Come on, you have to be a detective. You're a word detective now. Use your smart brain. Reach into your schema. Turn on your thinking machine. Dump that schema out. Look at the pictures. Did you find it? There's a rocket. There's a cat. There's a moon. There's some stars. There's kind of a cloud. There's a rat. Did you find it? If you said star and moon, you're wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. Now learn from it. If you said rocket and rat, you're wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. Just learn from it. Rocket and rat start with the same sound, but they don't end with the same sound. Silly banana head. I said the ending sound. If you said rat and, drumroll please, sound like rain. Rain on the brain. Ready? And cat. Ding, 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 ding. You are correct. And the crowd goes wild. Cat and rat. Those two words rhyme and have the same ending sound. And incidentally, cat, C-A-T, and rat, R-A-T, are spelled the same. Same spelling pattern too. They're in the word family of act. Hey, it was super awesome sharing this lesson with you. I look forward to sharing some more, giving you more knowledge, reaching into my smart brain, and loading up yours. Until later, here's some pride, put it inside, and some love for later. Super teacher,